I've got goodies! I've got stitching. I have all the things to show you. So welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda Mae, and this is my channel, Ardith Design, where we celebrate counted cross stitch, needlework, sustainable stitching, and making all the things. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm not normally dressed so pleasant here. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, I'm so excited that you came back to spend a little bit of your day with me. I'm so excited. So it is fastly and quickly approaching Halloween here in the United States. I have stuff to show you. I just finished filming my unboxing video for Under the Sea Fabrics, their Cabinet of Curiosity volume number 2 Halloween box for 2023. I will have the link below for you so you can go watch that. And because I don't want to do any spoilers of my regular program, which is here. In honor of Halloween, I have dressed up as, well, got the hoop skirt on and everything here. La da 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 da. I got this dress. This is part of my sustainable stitching saga, and I'll tell you in a minute. I got this dress to wear for Halloween. I could not be happier. We are in my purple room of my home. I have all the lights on, and I'm just happy to be here. I've got a bunch of stitching to show you, and we're gonna talk stitching. Oh my gosh, I love cross stitch so much. I know I start yelling at this camera when I start talking about cross stitch because I get so excited. So please forgive me, or I should say sorry, not sorry, for loving cross stitch so much. It has enhanced my life. It has improved the quality of my life. I feel super passionate about it. I'll talk to anybody who wants to listen to me talk about cross stitch, and I find it influencing me in my everyday life. I stress to people over and over again how exciting it is to be a cross stitch designer. We live in an era of just like being bombarded by so many stimuli, stuff coming at us all the time, and to just kind of sit down, relax, focus your mind on counting and stitching, and you make something beautiful or something creepy if you're into creepy stitching or whatever. So you make something with your hands that's yours, and it's so fulfilling. It's gratifying. It's good mental health, physical health. It's great. So I tell my kids that I use math every single day, and they're like, I don't understand, how are you using math? I'm like, I'm counting, I'm doing all the things, like math is so important. Why don't you learn to stitch? And so my 6-year-old now has taken up a needle. I'm so excited. And he picked out a project, and he is stitching a Pokeball. Ah! So here's one of the Pokeballs, and we're doing it on this like 7 count. And we're using the 8 weight cotton, the pearl cotton, and at 2 strands. Using number 18 tapestry needle. What are you doing? What are you doing, sweetie? Wanna say hi? Hi. He's stitching it on 7 count colostrum cloth, and I'm just so excited. So I just love it. So I have a new book to show you that I got. I pre-ordered it and it came in the mail. I did a flip through of it, and I can link that below. I finished some projects that I have to show you, and I have a couple little fun little acquisitions to show you as well. So follow along and we'll talk cross stitch. All right, the first thing we're going to talk about is my Boo Bucket obsession, my Boo Bucket love. I'm not sure. I have become a little obsessed with Boo Buckets. If you're not sure what the heck I'm talking about, let me just do a little bit of backstory here. I am a kid of the 80s, and there is a fast food restaurant known the world over called McDonald's. And while I don't eat at McDonald's, I have fond memories of a child, you know, getting the toys and stuff from there. And one of the things they started putting out in the mid 80s were the Boo Buckets. Well, Boo Buckets came back a couple years ago, and my kids, who love to eat there, decided they loved Boo Buckets, and it reignited my passion for them. And it just brings back all those like happy, yummy memories. And a lot of people have happy memories around food, you know, food related holidays and stuff. So I kind of put it out in the universe that I wanted a Boo Bucket from the first year they came out. So Boo Buckets came out in 1986. And then at the thrift store, I found a Boo Bucket. And so I got that I added to my collection. This is the one and only that we got from this year, 2023. It is the Vampire Boo Bucket. And then I went on to Etsy and I got these little miniature Boo Bucket things. They're 3D printed and they have little lids, and I was thinking they'd be super cute as like little Ort containers. You could put your Orts, like your discarded threads, in. So I got these little miniature ones, and I'll put the link below for the shop that I bought them at. And they're not licensed, so please, I know that, so these are like crafted, the 3D print crafted, unlicensed, but I love them. So I got these, and I've got this, and then I decided to stitch some Boo Buckets. So I've got 2 finishes to show you. I worked on these the last couple weeks. I started and finished these since the last time we spoke. I picked this up on the Etsy shop. I will have it linked below. But here's like the top of the pattern. So I bought the 2 pattern set and stitched them up. The shop that had the little Boo Buckets, the 3D printed, this is the shop, and I'll have it again linked below if it's showing up here. All right, so I know Amanda Mae, show the stitching already. Okay. I started and finished the little witch, and I love her. I think she's so fun. So what I loved about this is that it was solid stitching. I did the outline in black, and then I filled it all in one color, so I didn't necessarily have to count. It's super therapeutic. If you enjoy like just doing fill-in stitching where you don't have to count, like this has been so fun. I had to go on an emergency trip the last couple weeks back to Wisconsin. We flew into Chicago and then drove to Wisconsin. There we had some family stuff that we had to do. And so it was really good for me and my mental health to continue to stitch, but I just wanted something simple and basic to do. And that's when I decided that these project set would be the best thing. And that's what I did. So I stitched both the Boo Buckets. This is a little pumpkin one, and this again is the witch. This is on a 14 count Aida. It's a printed Aida. I got these fabric sheets on Amazon, and I used 2 strands over 1 Aida box for both of these. This is an 18 count Aida. This is a 14 count Aida, and you can see the difference. I used 2 strands here as well, and then the 2 strands here. Both of the colors I used were color and cotton colors, and they were part of the limited edition. She puts out colors. So what is this one? The green is called Fishnets, and the orange, and I used almost all the orange, is orange zest. And then I used DMC 310, the black DMC 310 for those. So I got little buckets, big buckets, vintage buckets, and now stitched buckets. So I want to finish these probably as little ornaments and like do something like ornament tree related. Probably not this year. These will go in my to be completed stack. To be completed, like fully finished, completed. I talked before, and I have videos of apparently I'm grabbing stuff, of doing fully finishing stuff in order to enter things into the state fair. So that is something that keeps me motivated to fully finish items, is that I can show them at the fair, and people who come and see them, maybe they'll get inspired to start stitching and all the things, right? We need more stitchers in this world. I fully support more stitching. All right, so those are my two finishes. I have another finish to show you. Oh, I have stuff falling out. I got my Thread Club packs. I do the 3 skeins of the primitive neutrals, the bright variegated, and the all colors. So I got this month's of those. I stitched, okay, look away if you're going to the Cape May Stitch by Stitch retreat next month in November. Look away, because I'm participating in the ornament exchange. So close your eyes. I want you to be surprised. Okay, here we go. I stitched one for myself and one for the ornament exchange. I stitched, these are owls, and they are out of this year's Christmas ornament by Jesse. This is him. This is the owls. So I stitched these. I did them on an 18 count Aida. And this is a hand dyed Aida I got on eBay. It was like one of the first ever that I ever purchased. Ever, like back in, well, when I first started stitching. So I stitched one for myself, and then I'm going to do one for that ornament exchange. And then, yeah, so I'm really excited. I am participating in that. So sidebar, I'm going to be the designer, the guest designer at the Stitch by Stitch Cape May retreat, November 10th and 11th of this year up in Cape May, New Jersey. I am going, and I'm so excited. I put together a custom project. So there's a make and take, there's a project for that, and then there's the custom cross stitch project. So I will be talking and presenting there. So if you are so inclined and would like to come, I believe there's a few slots open. You can contact stitchbystitchcapemay.com, contact Sharon, the owner, and say, I want to come to the retreat, and come, and you can spend a couple days with me and fellow stitchers, and we can cross stitch and talk some more. I hear that you do more talking and socializing than stitching. So we'll see. I'm so excited. All right. So that was for the ornament exchange. So if you're done, if you can open your eyes back up again. I finished The Witch by Prairie Schooler. This is Miss Fortune. I stitched this on a piece of 32 count fabric. It's like that 9x13 piece that you can get. I got this at 1, 2, 3 stitch. And I love that it's got the printed little stars on it and the triangles. So this is my finish of Miss Fortune. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish her as a pillow or as an ornament, but I love her. The orange, I used Fragrant Cloves by Gentle Arts. It's my favorite orange. I've been lured by some other beautiful colors like Forbidden Fiber Co. They have a beautiful orange. It's called like Sun-Kissed. I love that one. So I'm being lured away from Fragrant Cloves, but I think it will always be, in my heart as one of my favorite oranges. So there's that. And then I used the black. I used my Wonderfill 12 weight. It's just the black thread. I used 1 strand over 2 linen threads to stitch, and very happy about that. I showed you this one last time. This was also a finish, and I also used the Wonderfill, and it's out of this year's Halloween. That's by Stitchy Princess Black. So I've got 4 Halloween finishes to put together for this year. Super, oh, no, I take that back. I have another one. Let me show you. So here I used these colors, all discontinued or limited edition color and cottons. I used rustling leaves, brandy. Oh, this was Garden Gate. I did use Garden Gate by Gentle Art, and then flaxseed. So I used those, and I stitched this little moth, and it is out of the book Enchanted Cross Stitch. And so this is moth number 2 is the name of this pattern. I stitched this on a piece of hand-dyed 18 count Aida fabric. I dyed this myself. This was a test piece for my little turkey design that I put out a couple years ago. I want to show you. So this book, she has the charts on one side and then the picture on the other. So I don't want to show the chart. So there is the moth. And I'm really happy. So if you want to see this, I'll post down below my flip through of this Enchanted Cross Stitch, and I'm happy I got the little moth done. So those are my stitches that I have finished. Got a little pile here. Look at this. Pile. Ah. All right. And then I have one project that I'm working on right now. And it is a kit that I got from Country Sampler in Wisconsin. It is the Animal Cracker series. It came with all the goodies. I bought the kit. And this is, again, a great little project because it's just fill-in stitching. So there's only 3 colors. I'm using 1 strand on the kitted fabric. I believe it is like a 36 count fabric and 1 strand. Yeah, it's Havana linen, 36 Havana linen. And this is a pattern by Stacy Nash, and it's called Primrose. So I started at the bunny's like upper neck and moving down with the 1 strand. So that's super fun. And then in the end, I will finish it as a little bunny, and then I think I'm gonna make the little carrots and everything that goes with it. I'm so excited. So that's super fun. Yeah, so those are my projects that I can show you. Let me talk sustainable stitching really fast. All right, so this dress that I'm wearing, I got at the thrift store. Yes. So sustainable stitching, you don't always have to buy everything brand new. Yes, I bought the wig new. I went to Spirit Halloween. It's a seasonal Halloween shop. There are a lot of locations they open up usually in, like, I don't want to say abandoned buildings, but they like lease the property for a few months, do Halloween. Once Halloween's over, they close the doors. So this year it was in the old like Sears department store in my like abandoned mall up here near where I live, which in itself is pretty spooky. Woo! Because malls across America are dying. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, so we went to Spirit Halloween, had a lot of fun, and I got this because I just love this wig. Who doesn't, right? And yeah, so my thrift store dress, sustainable stitching. I have more stuff to show you, but not enough places on my lap to put it. It is, so I live in Maryland and it is getting chilly. The leaves are all turning, the wind's blowing, leaves are rustling. It's gorgeous. It's no longer hot and humid here in Maryland, so I feel very happy about that. The kids got their winter coats for the season, so I can check that off my list. I have to pull out my winter coat and where you do then the closets where you seasonalize your wardrobe. So now I gotta make sure all of the sweaters and the long coats and the heavy socks, everything is all put out so the kids can find it, I can find it, all the things. So I wish you a great time stitching, and I look forward to talking to you soon. I will be taking down decorations for Halloween on November 1st, and I'll start putting up Christmas decorations, and then we'll talk all things holiday in the coming months. I love Christmas and Halloween. I love twinkle lights. I'm not sure if you noticed that about me, my love of twinkle lights. This year, it can this time of year can be particularly hard for folks in the Northern Hemisphere. Days are getting shorter, colder, darker. So I sometimes feel like the darker it is, the brighter my home needs to be, just to kind of ward away all those sad feelings that can kind of creep in on you. Well, on me. It happens to a lot of us. So I'm not going to go out on that tangent. I'm going to bid you adieu for now. I hope that you have a fun and safe Halloween if you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate, I hope that you are safe and filled with love anyway, and have the best time available to you. I will say I love you, happy stitching, and we'll talk soon. Take care.